born Reginald Yao Asante Osei and have been rapping all his life. He has won awards locally and internationally. He has so many businesses that he runs with or without the wife. He has done so well for Ghana music and for himself. Today on my show, on this episode of The Business of Entertainment, is the legendary Reggie Rockstone. Hi, Reggie. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, dear.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. It's an honor to bask in your presence. I usually see you on Instagram. Yeah, I've been checking out your sexy pictures, you know. So as soon as she told me she was gonna interview me, I said, let's go.
Oh, so it's because of the pictures.
Yeah, you know, I got a soft spot for women, so.
Oh.
And you're a beautiful Ghanaian sister, so.
Thank you,
here we
Daddy.
go. Here we are.
All right. So you actually started music before I was born.
Yes, I did. I started music before a lot of people were born. But I wasn't the first person to start music on the planet.
I know, right?
It hit me back to it. But yeah, I've been around for a long time now.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
All right, so let's start straight with business. Let's start with your 5 studio albums as a solo artist.
Right.
How profitable were they for you?
You want to know if I made money?
That's the question.
Not really. No. You know, you know, is your audience Ghanaian or international?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, Yenya started here, so we didn't come into the money. You know, when we came in the gig, we didn't even have social media.
Yeah.
Today, you can put out your album on your phone and it's Facebook and boom, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So, you know, we are the real sacrificial lambs. We are the ones who, you know, kicked down the doors for everybody. So, no, I mean, we made a little change, you know, but it wasn't like the kind of money that these kids are making today. Yeah, hey, your mom, yeah. You know.
Thank you for that. You broke the door for them.
Yeah, sure. You know.
So for more than 2 decades, he has conquered, retired, and come out of retirement and still dominates. What would you say has been your longevity strategy?
Well, first of all, we're on television. This is going out to the whole world. So
yeah.
If I gave out my strategy for remaining relevant and, as you said, longevity,
yeah,
then people would steal my concept. So I'm not going to tell you.
But they have to learn from you.
You want to go to school and learn that stuff, not me. I ain't your teacher. Nah, these are jokes.
Okay.
What I do is I'm pretty much myself.
Okay.
I've always been a popular kid, even growing up. I always stood out. You know, I'm a proper Aries, you know what I mean? So, the only child for many years, I had to make friends.
Okay.
And so, I'm always out there, you know, I always stuck out like, as my father would say, a pope in a whorehouse.
Wow.
You know. My father also comes in with his artisticness because he's a fashion designer. So, I pretty much grew up very stylish in an artistic home.
Yeah.
So I didn't freeze on the camera. I was very bold when I spoke, you know. And remember, I come from Tricontinental. I always tell people,
yeah,
I'm a Ghanaian, born in the UK, lived in New York. So I am a Tricontinental guy.
Yeah.
I have information from all three.
Wow.
You know, so yeah. That's why my mother always says your accent is unique because you have Ghanaian, British, and Yankee.
Everything.
You know what I mean? So I came up pretty much very well informed. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Years back, you were once the hottest and Ghana's favorite rapper and the pioneer of the high life blended genre. How much influence do you think you created for the younger ones in the development of the music industry?
When it comes to hip life, I put my back into it.
Okay.
I mean, I could say this, you know, straight face, I sacrificed for it.
Okay.
You know, I was doing very well in the West. I was in a group, a hip hop group. There was no hip life at that point.
Okay.
We went all over the world, open for all types of big hip hop acts. I was doing really well. But I got my calling because I was raised Pan-African. My father was a real strong Nkrumahist.
Okay.
So growing up, I always had in the back of my mind, you have to come back home at some point. And so I did. Just like my father did with fashion. He came home from California, same thing that I did.
Okay.
And then I put my back into it. I didn't come for a holiday and leave. I stuck around.
For the business.
Yeah, for the business, for the people, for the love of the art, you know, for the culture. And we made the videos, we made the music, we got the kids excited. And here we are, how many years? 25 years now. Well, 26 maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm still sat in front of you talking about hip life.
You're
So,
the grandpapa of hip life.
I try.
Yeah. So many may have forgotten that you started as a dancer. Would you advise any musician to follow your path, as in try to become a dancer before entering into music?
No. I had my idea. It just happened to, you know, I love music. My household was always full of music.
Okay.
And so the natural thing that as an African child or as a black earthling I would do was interpret the music with body movement, which is dance.
Okay.
I mean, most Africans know how to dance anyway, so it's nothing new. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be a dancer to be no rapper or nothing, you know, a musician. But for the most, usually you will find that musicians usually, you know, are good dancers.
Yeah.
You know, very few got two left feet. You know, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Prince, Ambule, everybody. You know what I'm saying? They could all,
You can all dance.
You know, because we listen to music, so you interpret the music with your body.
So who was your mentor then?
When I was growing up,
Yeah.
oh man, I came up on James Brown, no doubt.
Okay.
I came up on James Brown. I came up on Fela. You know, my father's record collection was amazing. I come up on Sammy Davis Jr. I came up on old dude that sang Minnie the Mooch. What's his name? Cap Calloway.
Okay.
You know, these are names that only grown folks will
yes,
know.
I don't even know the names.
You know, but,
I only know Reggie.
you know, I give you the Fela, and
All
then
right.
you can put them in there. But yeah, I came up, but not just black artists. I listened to the Beatles. I listened to Van Morrison.
Okay.
You know, just very eclectic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2013, the Rockstone's condoms were launched. Why did you go into that business?
Rockstones. Well, you know, I have a great relationship with young people.
Okay.
Because of what it is that I contributed to my country. You know, hip life is it's a youth-oriented movement.
Right.
And so I also own a night spot. You know, that's where we sat right now, Django Bar.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for my vibe to be complete, I would have to do something that would benefit
The young people.
the people the recipients of my movement, which is the young folks and everybody else. But, you know, when you're young, you do young things.
Right.
So here I am, I have a nice spot, all of these young people looking up to me. The most I could do is save some lives. So, Rockstones.
Right.
You know, because, you know, young people are having sex. Don't be fooled now.
I know.
You know,
right?
they are. There's
So-
nothing we could do about that. So,
Okay.
it's better they be safe.
Right. Safety first.
Yeah, safety first.
What about abstinence though?
You could do that too, but I have never tried it, so I wouldn't know. I have never tried it. I wouldn't know. You know, if I abstain from sex, I wouldn't have a family. You know, I got beautiful kids, but I mean, to each their own. If you want to do that, then that's okay.
That's okay.
But you know, you abstain and then you get run over by a car. I mean, I don't.
It's the same thing.
You know, you know, I understand what you mean, but I need to be truthful. I'm not here to sugarcoat the realities. You know, young people do young things. So
Right.
if I can give them some condoms, then that's just what it is.
You give them.
Yeah.
How is the business faring, the condom business?
It's great. I had to pause because my partner passed away. May he rest. And so we have to now, you know, rewind the whole story. But it's great because people always ask me, when are they coming? When are they coming? So I guess a lot of people still having sex.
All the time.
You know, they want to be safe. So, you know, that's my slogan, Rockstones.
Rockstones.
My name, they enter places.
Oh, yes, the enter places here, right?
There you go.
Okay, Rockstone's office is one of your businesses that you run with your wife.
Yes.
And we can see the success from outside, but we don't know how it says in the inside. How is it doing?
We went through many changes. We've been running for about almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
And in Africa or in Ghana, to run a spot like this for 10 years, you are blessed. You know, people don't even make it past 5 years, if you don't catch my drift. But I guess it's grace. I have grace with the people, you know, because the people identify with me. A lot of these kids grew up to my music, and now they're older throughout university. I was still grandpapa.
Yeah.
So they pay homage to this. This is kind of like a tourist attraction, if you catch my drift. If you went to Nigeria, you go to Fela Shrine.
Yeah.
You come to Ghana, you got to come check out the Grandpapa Hip Life spot.
Place, yeah.
So the scene has changed now. We don't run a club no more.
Okay.
What we do is we have upstairs that you've seen. It's called After Work. Let me use this opportunity to advertise.
Please advertise.
Upstairs is After Work for the older folks.
Okay.
Yep. And then we got great food. And then on Tuesdays, if you look on the wall, it says Just Music. Now that's a very interesting angle. Every Tuesday we showcase new artists, underground, live band. We move all of these chairs. The whole place will be full of people, and you come in and you do your thing.
Do your thing. Oh,
so it's called
nice.
Just Music Tuesdays. It starts from 6 to 9. So that's another way of contributing to my.
Yeah, you're promoting.
Exactly. So
congratulations.
Yeah,
on
a lot of new talent is going to pass through it. Just same thing we did with Hip Life. We're doing with this.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
So let me ask: would you advise the upcoming artists to open something like this, like Reggie Rockstone's office?
It's not easy. You know, I have my wife backing me, if you catch my drift now.
Right.
It's not an easy job, you know, especially if you are like popular. You know, people want to drink for free. You know what I mean? You got a lot of celebrity friends that want to pass through, you know.
But this is business.
It is business, but you know, these are my comrades. So you have to balance, you know, that's where my wife comes in. So, I mean, by profession, she's a doctor, but she had to jump out and help me maintain this, and she's done a great job. Because otherwise, if
I know, right? So,
you know.
So you're trying to tell the people out there that they shouldn't mix pleasure with business.
No, that's like a cardinal rule. It's never been broken. Never mix those two. You know, and I did that before, and you know, I nearly went this way. I mean, I lost a lot of money, but of course, behind every successful man,
there is a woman.
There's a woman. So here we are today. Everything is moving.
Well, I can say. You've been a judge on a major international platforms.
Yes.
Do you agree that it is hard to find raw talents as compared to your early ages?
Not really. Talent is talent, you know. And by the way, talent is to whom talent is.
Okay.
So it's up to you what you see or what you feel. And then, of course, you have certain people who just are talented and you can't dispute. You know, they open their mouth and the whole world is like, oh, look, Michael Jackson. Oh, you know, soccer there, you know. So, but it's still to whom it concerns. So, talent will always be there from back in my day till today.
Okay.
And before I came around, there was still talent.
There were talents, right. Yeah. Would you say that your collaboration with Jamaican legend Beanie Man gave you the needed exposure?
Me and Beanie was a beautiful story. You know, today I see a lot of collaborations with our brothers and sisters from, you know, over and we know we kind of open them doors too. But if you noticed, I always had a scheme in my plan, which was there's power in numbers. So when I would do a collaboration with a Jamaican big artist like Beanie Man, I would pull Two-Face from Nigeria and bring him in.
Yeah.
So you had Niger, Ghana, and then Jamaica.
Right.
And today I'm watching Stoneboy, I'm watching everybody move around. It's a beautiful story. So we kind of set it up that way because I had a great feeling about hip life. And we would, I mean, but you know, we did our thing because the Nigerians, they saw what we was doing,
right,
and they ran with it. Today you got Afrobeat everywhere, you know, but we were the ones who started at least the foundation for this new wave of young, exciting musicians. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about you joining VIP to create the VVIP group.
Yes.
Was that a profitable coming together, and what are the 3 keynotes you would tell anyone that wants to venture into Superstar Union?
into superstar
union.
Oh, as far as us all being already established artists and coming together.
Yeah.
Well, it has never been done.
Yeah, this is the first time.
It's a legendary merger. I mean, short of Kujentry and Daddy Lumba them coming together to form a group.
Yeah.
It has never been done. So it's very unique in itself.
And is it profitable?
It's kind of almost automatic success, really. Because, you know, VIP is already famous, already established.
Right.
We come together, there's a lot of hype.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, three heads are better than one. We're both very talented. All three of us are real talented musicians. So if we went wrong, we would have to be stupid. You know what I mean?
Three heads are better
Pretty
than one.
much, you know.
Right.
But in saying this, as you see, the naysayers, the Doubting Thomases, in the beginning when they said I was coming in, it was, hey, move through me. So,
but let me cut you in then.
Yeah.
Was it part of your plan to join them, or was it because
it started as a joke?
No, wait.
It all started as a joke.
Okay, wait. Were you the reason why one had to leave?
No, he had left many before I even joined the group.
Okay, so you were not the reason.
He had left the group, and he had already put out music as a solo artist. A lot of people don't seem to realize that. Oh. And I was nowhere around VIP at the point. I mean, they're friends of mine. They grew up. I seen them come up in the hip life joint.
Right.
But brother Promzy had left the group a long time ago. And if you want proof, just go on YouTube and check out a video, VIP featuring Terry G from Nigeria.
Right.
When you watch that video, it's only the two of them. It's only Prodigal and Zeal. There's no Promzy. And that's the first time in history that you will see a VIP video without Promzy.
Him.
But Ghanaians are a little silly. You know, they didn't want to do their homework, so they needed a sensationalism. Excuse me. They needed something to grab onto, try to create a story, which is all right with me. I mean, because what it did was it created attention.
Right.
And then what we did is use that and deliver the hits.
I get it.
So in 4 years, you know, Skulum, this, Dogoyara, Alaji.
Everything, yeah. Everything
we just
was
Book of Hip Life. But we caught the attention and we understood the game. But nah, it was complete crap. How can a brother be in a group for that long and I come and then
take him out.
It don't make no damn sense. You know what I mean? So
I get it.
I mean, I guess on pass my come, but you know.
That's fine. Now we know that you were not the reason. I
mean, everybody knows there have been countless videos made by original members of the group on YouTube. It's just people, it's just the silly people, you know.
I get it.
They wish it was so, but it's not.
Okay. Before we go on, do you think it's the best to be three superstars being together? Do you think it's the best?
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
I mean, it has its ups and its downs. There's a lot of egos clashing here and there. You know, people are already made.
Yeah.
And you know they got their ways, but you know we survived it 4 years, and we did pretty well. You know, actually we did extremely well.
Extremely.
And
right.
you know, it's communication. That's
Communications.
it.
That's okay. Your new 1111 single.
1111.
1111. How has the success and acceptance by Ghanaians been?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Okay.
1111, 11th of April. A lot of people don't know this. 1111 is a spiritual number. Yes, it is. If you keep seeing 1111, your angels are around you. You could Google that right now. Yep. And all throughout my life, I always see 1111. As soon as the time hit 1111, I see it on card numbers. All over the place, 1111. You can Google that right now. But also, something that a lot of people don't know is that I was born on the 11th of April, and my daughter was born on the 11th of April.
Oh wow, that's why 1111.
1111.
So it's you and your daughter. 1111.
So, plus, you know, it's a spiritual combination of numbers. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have continuously stayed relevant for about 3 decades with your passion.
Yeah.
What would you tell the young artists, you know, to do to be relevant like you are?
Well, you know, it's really hard for me to say this or give you the answer for this because I'm already grounded in my country.
Right.
I already sold, I already planted the seed of the Reggie Rockstone story.
Yeah.
So regardless whether, even if I was inactive, my name would always come up because of Hip Life. So I do have a little bit of a jump start, you know what I mean? So now, because I'm already in the fabric, I'm in the history, if I do anything of any significance, then hey, I'm relevant.
Right.
You know, because I already have an audience, I already have and of course you have social media today. In my time, I probably wouldn't be, without social media and all of the above. But today, I get up and put my life on Instagram, and people are like, oh, look what he's doing.
Yeah.
Of course, I do have some talent, somewhat, you know what I mean? So, I'm very young at heart, as you can see. I'm very much myself. If I grow gray, that's what I'm gonna be, a gray man. If I'm black, So, over the years, I think Ghanaians have just come to identify with my personality. I'm pretty much an open book.
I can see that.
Yeah, and so that's my secret. So there you go. You wanted the secret to staying relevant. Be yourself.
That's the right word. Be yourself. Okay, so let's talk about Casa Rock.
Casa Rock, the label.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, to whom much is given, much is expected, as the saying goes. And people always bug me. Why? What are you doing for the kids? Like I haven't done enough. You don't have a record label. Why don't you put somebody out? Now, let me explain this to you, Kissy.
Okay.
The fact that I'm a musician does not automatically make me professional in producing other artists.
Right.
This is a misconception that a lot of people have, especially Ghanaians. The fact said, I will make a great record label, or I have the ability to put artists out.
Right.
It's a whole field by itself. You're dealing with human beings.
Right.
People's careers, people's temperaments, people's attitudes, what they like, what they don't like. So you can have an artist that's so talented, but he's always late for work. You can have an artist that, has an ego like this, and he's really talented, so nothing moves.
Right.
Talent alone does not make you. What's am I say? So I took my sweet time. I always romanticized the idea of having a record label.
Okay.
But now, in my 50s, past my 50s, I'm alive. All my teeth are still in my mouth. So I figured this is the time
for you to bring up
for really, set it off with Casa Rock.
Okay.
The people do trust me. A lot of folks that I predicted in the past have become stars because I co-signed them.
Okay.
So I do have an ear. I do have eyes. So hopefully they trust me to manage their musical story.
Okay.
But I'm new to it in the sense as in the business I run, because it's a business.
Right, it's a very big business. Yeah.
So I need to commend and applaud every single one of you who ever started one of these record labels. And you're easy.
Wow. So do you have any artists yet?
Yes, I do. I have a few lined up. You've seen the brother Nation, who featured on Happy Day. I know you got the video.
Okay.
A Happy Day with brother Episode.
Okay.
He's a formidable. He's a serious force.
Okay.
He's coming up. There's a brother by the name of Vice. There's a whole bunch of them. I got producers, video makers. It's not just Casa Rock is not a record label. It's entertainment.
Okay.
So I probably have shows like what you're doing right now.
Okay.
I have movies. We do concerts, everything, entertainment.
Okay.
So that way I can recline and retire, but still be in the industry.
You can never retire. It doesn't look like you want to retire.
Well, like I said, all my teeth are mine. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to, tell the kids something, the young talents out there. I know there are a lot of big music stars already in Ghana who are still looking up to you.
Yeah, I look up to them too.
Okay, I want you to talk to them. I want you to talk to the upcoming ones as well, and then your fans. That's 3 people.
Okay.
People that want to be like you, people that are already big but are still looking up to you, and people that want to be like you, like me. I want to be like you.
Okay, so you
advice
begin by growing your hair and grow some dreads.
Okay.
These are jokes. Well, you know, I always tell people the same thing that whenever this question comes up, you got to be yourself. 1. 2, it's talent. If you was born with this, that's what you was born with.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to be a musician. You could be a manager. You could be the dude that reads the contracts. Okay. You could be the roadie. There's so many facets to the music industry.
Right.
You don't have to be a musician. There's different things, components that make this thing move.
Okay.
You know, you want to be a footballer, be that. And that's all I'll say. Don't let the glitter and glamour on television fool you. When you see the girls in the cars and they're a lot of times we don't even know the girls. We don't even know these women, you know what I mean? They just come in and do their thing. You know, people are renting cars and whatever, you know. So it's all smoke and mirrors. It's called show business.
Yes.
Business. So you take care of the business side of things.
And then you show.
Yeah, and then you can do the show. Yeah.
So would you, before we end this, I want to ask this for the last time. Would you advise the young people to buy followers, buy likes on Instagram, like Facebook, Twitter, and everything?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the new wave now. You know, I mean, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I don't do too much Facebook, but I'm still there.
Okay.
My whole advertising scheme is on my Instagram, Reggie Rockstone 711. Follow a brother, right. You know, and that's why I advertise all of the stuff that I do. Okay. You know, so it's a good bad thing. It has made the kids a little lazy, you know, because now they don't have to, you know, because we come from the cassette era and the CD era. And now you just wake up, kick your shoes, and you start, you know. Everything. So it's handed to them, you know. They didn't go through what we went through. But in saying that, I'm red down there. Bruni friend of evolution. Things got to change. And so I'm just moving with the times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Business of entertainment with Kissa.